Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Okamiden. In the last episode, we traveled 100 years back in time to Yakushi Village. We saw how somber everyone in the village was, just the day before the festival, where Orochi will meet his 100th sacrifice, just as we saw in the Legend of Shiranui and Okami. And in this episode, I'm actually back in Yakushi Village because there's a few things that we can do now. You might recall that back in time, we collected 2 lucky coins. We can actually use them in the present time here by talking to Blacksmith the Blacksmith. He will go ahead and allow us to enhance our divine instruments further, and he will also give us some useless praise. Can't have that. Can't have any less of that. So, we have the Truth Mirror, the Mystic Beads, and the Feather Sword. We can only afford one of these right now, but the thing is, we have gone over 2/3 of the adventure without using a reflector, because we had the last tier of the reflector before then. The purity reflector is here right there. So, I think we're actually going to go for the Truth Mirror right now. I'll use the Mystic Bead second and the Feather Sword last. So, let's grab that while we still can. Alright, so we have our first 3rd tier divine instrument, making us a lot more powerful than we were. Let's go ahead and equip that. Now, one thing that kind of sucks is you actually can't equip lower tier weapons like in Okami. Like, if there was something that you liked about how a lower tier one looked, you can't actually do that here. But, what we can do is, let's talk to Shaman the Shaman after talking to Blacksmith the Blacksmith, and we want to buy Thunderbolt. That is a new power that, well, not a new power to Okamiden, but a new power that we did not have previously. It is the last of the optional powers, so now we have them all. So, that means that we have Fire Burst. That was a big fail. We have Fire Burst from drawing an infinity symbol. I said we have Fire Burst from drawing an infinity symbol! There we go. As you see there, there's the golden lucky cat at work there, attracting items to us. We have Deluge to make it rain. We have Double Cherry Bomb, so that we can be twice as explosive. And... sorry, tree! Do I get more praise if I bloom you again? How did a tree have rice on it? I don't know. We have Whirlwind, so that we can create tornadoes. And lastly, as Dixon would say, about every 5 seconds whenever he's involved in a battle, eat this, Thunderbolt! Sorry to both trees this time. Hey, you didn't have any stuff to give me this time, cheapskate. With our 3rd tier divine instrument, which is the highest it can reach in Okamiden, maximum stats, all of the optional brush techniques, and a perfect Yakushi Village, let's head back in time to Yakushi Village 100 years ago. Back to this very somber atmosphere. So, we got a merchant right here that we can check out. Let's see if he has anything for us. There you can buy a revenge slip for 10,000 yen. He is the first merchant in the game to actually sell these. This was actually your reward for Issun Masterpiece Part 1 being completed. Yeah. You can buy for 10,000 yen. They make you completely invincible for a short period of time. Aside from that, he has all the other items that you found from merchants in the past. But yeah, you can actually buy them. I kind of like to think that maybe that those weren't so readily available in the present time because they were all used up in the past and the magic that was used to make them was lost, so that's why they're just sold in the past, but you can't find them in the present time. I don't know, just something I like to think. But we are now in the very pretty looking past Chinshu Field. Alright. Let's head up here. And check it out. It's Nazo. Hey dude, what are you doing here by yourself? Oh, I'm not too scared to move. I'm just taking a break. My pet dog is sick and I need an herb from the cave in Shinshu Field. But there are monsters everywhere. Okay, no need to shout. Well, what do you want to do, boy? You want to look for this herb of his? All right. So we've been given something we got to do. We got to make it so that he returns to home safely by getting him this herb that he wants because his dog is sick. We have a small cursor in here that we can bloom. Been a really long time since we've seen one of those. I think it's actually the thing I said last time we ran into one of them. Because it really was a long time. I think Moontribe Ruins was the last time they were common. Which is odd because they shouldn't be in there. And we have a cherry bombable location right here. You might recall that this is actually the cave in Shinshu Field 100 years in the past in Okami, which later reopened in the present time in Okamiden that has Yakushi Village in it. So, yeah, pretty dang cool, isn't it? A lot of detail to this world, and I like how this cave actually gained a purpose, because in Okami, there was a cave here. It didn't have waterfalls in it, mind you, but it had a treasure chest in it just like this. And I don't know, I just thought it was cool. They gave a minor area like that a purpose. I just thought that was really, really nice and a really cool detail. And you also get to see it in the past here again, too. But we got a cherry bomb location here that actually was not in Okami. And in it, we get the new herbs. So we need to give that to Nazo. And Nazo, I just want to say this, nothing against you, but I do not wish to join your convoy. That is all I will say on the matter. In fact, I would even say no to your convoy, Nazo. That's the herb I was looking for. I can really have it? Oh, thank you. Don't mention it, dude. I'm sure you do the same for me. You get some praise? That reminds me. I saw someone headed for the moon cave, over to the moon cave earlier. I hope he's all right. Well, I gotta go give this medicine to my dog. About before, yeah, I was too scared to move. Anyway, thanks. Oh, you can have this! I thought I'd be spending more time out here. I don't need it, but maybe you can use it. We got a piece of meat. Random, but I'm sure it'll be useful for something. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use Cherry Bomb over here. And we have another cave. One of the first Nirvana holes that we've been in for quite a while. God, it feels good just being able to attack normally. No waving, no flailing all over the place with the rosary, no having to charge up with a glaive. And whoa! Hey, buddies! Yeah, these are clay heads. These are past enemies that were not in Okami, but they are needed for your bestiary. They are creatures, so be sure to grab those. And right over here, we have gold heads. These are also new enemies that you can only find. Whoa, hey, that was kind of cool. We actually don't want them to be in their fire form. We actually want them to be in their lightning form so that we can use them to open that chest. However, I don't really feel like doing that. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to strike this thing with a bolt from a god. I will say, that power is a clear improvement over how it was in Okami. There you get a lucky coin. It is not useful to me because I already have 5 lucky coins. This is my 7th one, but it might be useful to you should you have missed one of them somewhere along the way and you need one more to get that 3rd tier weapon that I'm using. So, it's kind of useful. Excuse me, I was actually wrong about the official names of both enemies. That was a flame gargoyle, not a gold head, and that was a clay steed, not a clay head. Yeah, I don't know where I got those names from, but I checked them because they didn't feel right, and sure enough, I was right on both counts. So, back to this very somber atmosphere, we have a demon scroll right here. Let's check it out. Now, I really liked what they did in the past before, how the first enemies for Ammy were tough enemies for us, but check this out. These are enemies from toward the end of Okami that you fought when you went back in the past as Ammy. These are clay soldiers. So, I remember thinking that this was really cool. These are some of the toughest enemies fighting. I mean, look at how little damage they're actually taking from our attacks. It's crazy. I believe Power Slash is their floor finisher. If not that, then it's Cherry Bomb. And I get the feeling it is indeed Cherry Bomb. So we'll do that. Did you see the money just gets attracted to us instantly, like I have said? Because we have that Golden Lucky Cat, which is one of the most useful items. Saves you a lot of time. And I didn't get it. Wonderful. That's just me picking my teeth, unsure about what I have done to get such a bad rank for partner help. But I kind of apologize for being a bit all over the place right here, but over here, this is actually where the Guardian Sapling once was. I didn't mean to let Kudo off. What are you doing? Come on, we gotta go! I know, but let's go ahead and just bloom this really quick. I actually kind of forgot this was here briefly. In Okami, you got a silver pocket watch from walking through that gate right there. However, in Okamiden, all you seem to get is a tree right here. But interestingly, this is a tree that will someday be a Guardian Sapling. And lastly, over here on the opposite end, we have an area that we can cherry bomb. Let's head on down. And have yet another Nirvana hole. This contains Issun Masterpiece Part 5, so that would have been kind of bad to miss. Actually, over here by that same area, we have a dandelion that we can use wind on. I think this is actually the last dandelion we are ever going to encounter, so savor it! Bask in the useless praise that it will shower you in. And as long as you have pieces 1 through 7 of Issun Masterpiece Part 5 like I currently do, you are good to go in the way of collectibles, and should move on. So, I'm pretty sure I've said enough about how much I like the somber atmosphere here, but in all honesty, this is another song that I don't really see mentioned a whole lot in top Okamiden song lists, and I kind of wish that or just top Okami songs in general. And I think it is actually kind of underrated.